Alright guys, welcome to part 2 of my playthrough versus Ricky J Sports. Of course, in the last video, I showcased 2 fights. It was TJ Dillashaw versus Dominic Cruz. And then for this video, for the second part, it's going to be Max Holloway versus Zabit Magomedsharipov. Ricky, of course, is playing as Zabit. I am using Max Holloway in the featherweight division, and we are going to see how this played out. I like this fight that I'm about to show you guys specifically because I made a few errors in it, and I would like you guys to take a look at it and hopefully not make the same mistakes when you do play. So he's using Zabit, who is very tricky on the feet, has a lot of combinations that are quite difficult to read and predict. So the main thing that I wanted to do was just, as always, keep my defense really high and not take any shots to the head, especially if I see him whiff a kick. You know what I mean? So right away, he's pushing the pace, throwing a lot of combinations with Zabit, just letting those hands go. And I go for that teep. He catches it, and that's one thing he does really well right there. He's able to catch these body kicks and really limit my options on the feet. So a lot of times when, while facing him, I find myself just mostly focusing on boxing because I find that my kicks are getting caught. And while using Max Holloway, I really love to throw kicks. There are quite a few kicks that I like to mix up with Max, but if it is getting caught repeatedly over and over again, things become really dangerous. So right there, I was able to get off that teep. I'm also trying to make sure that I work his body. Zabit with a lot of stamina is a nightmare. So when I'm facing Zabit, the goal, as always, is to make sure that we reduce that energy so that he can be more manageable. Like, his power is nothing crazy, and his speed is nothing crazy either. It's just he has so many options on the feet, so many different combinations he can hit you with, and they're all really tricky. And of course, he's got that crazy takedown as well, that trip.
He blocks the punch. He's doing a very good job of parrying and blocking all the shots that are coming towards his head. He's feinting with that punch, showing that punch.
And one thing I was also noticing for the most part was right there, he catches my teep, was that, for the most part, he really wasn't throwing anything crazy right off the bat. He was mostly focusing on his boxing combos, and the kicks he did throw to the body where it was a switch to the body. So he kept things fairly simple, and that always makes it a lot more difficult to deal with.
Well, watch for him to set up that hook again here.
Now you'll notice me right there going to the body, especially with that lead hook to the body, and I always set it up with the straight, as you see right there, straight to the head, lead hook to the body. It's very important to to set it up first with something, and you're gonna see exactly why. Right there, I get rocked with the head kick. Able to recover. Ricky does a really great job of just throwing a head kick out of nowhere and blasting you.
Under 2 minutes in the first round. Nice combo. He's blocking almost all these shots.
Pushes me to the cage with a beautiful teep right there. And right there, I make the mistake I was telling you guys about. That is a critical error. Right there, I make another mistake, a second mistake, and I lose. I get knocked out cold in the first round. So the first mistake that I made was I threw a naked body hook. That naked body hook is what got me rocked. And then right there, rather than focus on my block, on recovering, I tried to duck and throw an uppercut. Instead, I pressed the kick button by mistake, and my fighter actually tried to throw a kick right there. You see? Right there. He was trying to throw a lead kick because I tried to input the uppercut. What I was trying to do was duck and hit him with an uppercut. Big mistake. A head kick landed as I was trying to throw the uppercut, which, by the way, ended up being a leg kick, and I got knocked out cold. So 2 things. If you're going to go to the body, set that thing up. And 2, when you get rocked, don't try to go for anything crazy like ducking uppercuts. That was really, really stupid of me to try to do at that point, and it cost me the fight. So, great job to Ricky taking advantage of small errors that I made right there. Let's jump right into the rematch. Now for this rematch, 2 things that I wanted to make sure that I tighten up. Number 1, if I'm going to go to the body, make sure no matter what, I am setting those shots up with a strike to the head or another strike to the body. Never throw a naked punch to the body, because that gets you hit with an uppercut. Number 2, keep my hands up. Do not try to block a lot of shots to the body. The same mistake I made in the second fight in the last video yesterday. Do not make that mistake, because he is going to randomly throw up head kicks in a very intelligent way, just randomly chuck head kicks. And I want to make sure that I'm not mistaking a head kick for a body kick and then getting rocked. So those were the 2 very important things I needed to fix. I don't want to get rocked at all. I don't want to get rocked. So, immediately, I'm being a little bit more aggressive. And that is a better way to actually face Zabit, because if you give him a lot of space, I mean, the options are endless with him. I'm still going to the body. I'm still using that same combo. The straight to the head followed by the lead hook. I'm still going for it, but now I'm setting it up. I'm making sure I always set it up first. Never throw that lead to the body naked.
That's a nice clean shot.
Good combination.
All of those are blocked. Slightly deflected. Big punch. Oh! He's getting busted up.
There we go.
That one hurt.
And he lands that beautiful switch to the body right there.
Big shots being landed on both sides here. Just misses with the jab there.
Good defense.
There you go. It's moments like that that I would usually block low, because I'm expecting him to go to the body, and then he rocks me with a head kick. So you'll notice in this fight, I was rarely blocking low. Most of the time, you'll notice my block is held high. I'll rather take those shots to the body than take the shots to the head.
Nice instance. Kick to the body by Holloway.
Very good defense on display here. Very good blocks. Oh, tagged him.
And one more thing you'll notice that I was also doing is, after I throw a big combination and my stamina goes down, rather than back up, I stay in his face. And what I'm trying to do there is, if he were to go to the head, I'm fine, I can block it. If he were to go to the body with like a body kick or something, the damage would be reduced. So I don't take the full damage on that.
Effective strike there by Holloway.
Usually, like when I throw a big combination, you know, your brain tells you back up, back up, back up, back up. But a lot of times, that's not the right thing to do, especially right now that the body kicks, the damage in close has been reduced. As I'm playing, I'm trying to call out a few tips and tricks here and there, just things to keep in mind, and hopefully that helps you guys out when you play. Like right there, I land my combo and I stay right there. And other times, when he thinks I'm going to move in, I don't move in. When he thinks I'm going to back out, I don't back out. Stuff like that. Just switch up my footwork, you know?
Lands a giant kick.
Right there, he lands a beautiful switch. He does a great job with that. He lands another one, but you'll notice, because I'm in close, it's not doing as much damage. So I can eat those all night long. I'm good.
He has shown a vulnerability here by leaning in right into his opponent's range.
Beautiful jab. Jabs off the left and jabs off the right. And he's looking for that left.
Straight.
He throws a random switch to the head. And it took me everything not to click low block on that. A lot of times you get into a habit of just going high, low, high, low, high, low. And man, that gets me in trouble so many times.
lands a strike there.
And in case you guys didn't also know, if you duck down as a player is throwing a kick to your body, you mitigate the damage as well. Keep that in mind. So if you're facing someone that is mixing up head kicks and body kicks, if you think they might throw a kick, it's good. It's really good to duck down. If it goes high, they miss. If they go to your body, you mitigate the damage. So, win-win.
15 seconds.
That's what I was trying to do right there. I knew a kick was gonna come. All right. And he taunts me at the end of the round. Now, when it comes to facing Zabit, a lot of times I try to face Zabit using Jose Aldo, but I find that Aldo is a lot smaller, like that height difference really becomes an issue, especially when the Zabit player is able to keep their distance and actually play the outside fighting game. Like, it's easy to deal with Zabit when you're facing a Zabit player that wants to stay in your face, but if I'm using Aldo and I'm facing someone that's really playing that outside game, it becomes really difficult. So my pick against Zabit in the featherweight division right now is Max Holloway. He's got the height, he's got the reach, as I rock him right there and drop him. Let him back up. And we'll get right back to it. I was really trying to focus on, in this fight, like, not make any mistakes at all and just keep everything as tight as possible. Like, believe me, I take Ricky seriously. Like, you know, for the most part, it is a friendly match that we're doing, but like, I'm not out here playing around either. It's like I'm taking him very seriously as he rocks me as I'm trying to go in. So.
Oh, very nice. And there he swung with a haymaker.
How about that shin?
The dude can he can throw something crazy at you and just knock your head clean off. So I had to keep everything as tight as possible. We go to the head with the head kick. I was a little bit too close with that. Look at this, man. Like, that was so random and out of nowhere. That's the kind of shot that rocks you.
That has served to keep his opponent in this fight. So let's see if he can change up the tempo a little bit with his strikes and try to put together a combination that is more damaging to his opponent.
But expecting it, I'm keeping that high block. You'll notice it.
Sound defensively blocks the shot. Oh, another crisp jab lands flush. Nice way to keep the opponent at distance there.
He throws one, it actually lands.
Good shot.
Punch is blocked. Under 3 minutes.
I think that did not do a lot of damage because of the range he threw that from. He was close. It wasn't exactly, you know, the right range to throw it from. I catch that one.
And he does so right after catching the leg. So maybe you thought he would catch the leg and go for a takedown.
He goes for it again.
He goes for the punch, and he certainly found the range on that one. Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round.
And I understand what he's trying to do. Most of the time, he's trying to get me with that shot as I am throwing a shot at him. That's what he's trying to do. Like, he throws something, tries to get me to counter back, and then he chucks that kick. That's a very smart way to do it. As I drop him again. And what I'm doing right there is frame trapping him.
Oh, big kick.
Two minutes now to go in round two.
He's feinting with that punch, showing that punch.
He's one of the cleanest Zabits I've actually faced. Like, a lot of times when you run into Zabit players, it's like, it's a mess. They're all over the place. They're spamming the takedown every second. But the way he uses Zabit, I have a lot of respect for it. I actually enjoy facing him.
Oh, he got cracked with the jab there, Joe, and his head is firmly on the center line. The one place it.
Oh, man.
I rock him right there with the uppercut.
He's got him hurt here.
I believe, and right there, you notice, I run forward and then I stop. Now watch what he does there. That's very smart. That's a very smart way to reduce an opponent's stamina, and that's actually something I need to start doing more. If I catch the kick, hold on to the button, you throw them to the ground, and the amount of stamina drain you do has actually been buffed. So keep that in mind as I rock him again, push him, spin kick to the head, drop him. I get on top, and then I remember, no, we're not pounding him out. We're gonna let him up, let him back up. Just kind of like an unspoken rule that we're not gonna pounce and finish the fight on the ground. We'll just, you know, it has to be a clean KO. I don't even know why we have that rule, but that's just what it is. He tries to go for that. Boom! I hit him with the right hook, and the fight is over. So we definitely tightened things up for the rematch, the Zabit rematch. Made no mistakes at all, and we finally got the win. But that is it for this series. I am definitely going to get a few more matches in with Ricky. We have quite a few more trainings to do. We could learn a lot from each other. I could learn a lot from him. He could learn from me, and we're going to try to do this as often as we possibly can. And as long as you guys are enjoying the content, we're going to keep bringing you guys the content. As always, thank you so much for watching. And to my dude Ricky, man, thank you so much for the match. Thanks for the fights. I appreciate it. Taking time out of your day to play me means a lot. And hopefully we do this again sometime. But that is it. Thank you for watching, people. Means a lot. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. As always, stay safe and have a wonderful day.
So another successful title defense for the Waianae Hawaii native Max Blessed Holloway. And this guy might not have even hit his fighting prime yet. He is clearly the class of the 145s at present. A dominant effort here tonight. He was tested a little bit early, but Holloway just too good yet again. And it is going to take a major effort out of one of these fellow featherweight contender types.